Hey guys, here's an instructional video on how to tech. Now, teching in bar means rushing Tech 2 and getting basically a Tech 2 economy up as soon as possible. Now, before I really get into this, I would like to give a fair warning. This means that you leave your allies without any type of support. It's quite dangerous in smaller games or on larger maps with lots of metal in the middle or anything in open areas. This is something to do only if your allies are okay with you doing this. Please ask before you do it, otherwise it's basically letting them down and not helping them for like over 10 minutes, and it can easily lose you the game. However, if you aren't going to do this, here's how to do it. There we go. Start 3 regular mexes, 2 solars, Cobot lab. We make a single Cobot construction. And basically after 4 regular solars, we will be making 4 advanced solars, which are much more metal efficient in how they make energy. And we're going to reclaim our regular solars, reclaim our lab, and then we're going to self-destruct our commander. Let's see how in just a minute. So for now we finish our regular solars and we then move on to the advanced solars. In between the solars we also make nanos, and for that, watch out that when you make the nanos, all your 3 mexes are within range, so that when you do tech up, you can use your nanos to help make those Tech 2 moho mexes. Alright, we can help this advanced solars making here, but when your energy or metal goes down, instead start reclaiming. You don't have to finish reclaiming it for you to continue on. However, when you're low in metal, your commander is not doing much by helping this, so you might as well keep him busy with other things such as reclaiming this Cobot lab, which we don't need anymore. Alright, so after 2 advanced solars, we move on to make a nano, and then up and forth until we have 4 advanced solars, 3 regular nanos. And yeah, that's the first step. Here we go. And alright. So we're gonna be running out of metal soon. Don't make any metal makers. You don't need any Tech 1 metal makers to do this at all, because as I said, we're gonna be self-destructing our commander, and our commander is worth like 2,500 metal. That's a lot of metal, and coincidentally that's almost enough to make our Tech 2 lab. But since we're already extracting metal and we're going to be reclaiming our buildings and so on and so forth, that's actually going to be just enough to make our Tech 2 lab. Now watch out, you can't do this with your last commander, so you can't do this in a 1v1 game obviously, and yeah, not everyone in your team can do it, because you always need one commander that's still standing at the end. So yeah, here we're gonna build our Tech 2 lab, walk our commander away, because he's just basically a glorified nano turret at this point. And we're gonna get ourselves that metal. Make sure he's outside of your base far enough that yeah, you don't self-destruct your own base. Alright, while we reclaim this, we'll have exactly enough to make our Tech 2 lab and 1 Tech 2 construction bot. Now we will not have enough to make the Tech 2 moho mexes, which cost quite a lot, like over 600 metal. So instead, what we're gonna have to do, basically what you have to think of is any building you're not using around here, it's dead metal, not doing anything. And since we're not going to be doing anything with our Tech 2 lab after we've built this construction bot, because that's all we need really, we're going to reclaim it. Now the problem is we only have 1200 storage of metal, and this, to reclaim this, it's 2900 metal. So we're gonna quickly build a metal storage. Here we go. And then after we reclaim this, we'll have enough metal to get going. Alright. And this works out just perfectly, so you never really quite stall on too much for too long, because otherwise, yeah, if you're stalling and just waiting for income, that's quite bad. Without self-destructing your commander, it takes like 5 whole minutes to build this. Come on. There we go. Alright. So, for example here, while we have all these making that, we don't have enough metal to keep building this on and on and on. Only very slowly, so we can already start reclaiming this, so that your units are not just waiting around, not doing anything. Yeah, you want to maximize your build power at all times. Very, very important. Now, of course, you can't fully reclaim it before this is done, otherwise you'd get too much metal. Here we go. Alright, and we have our Tech 2 con, we have plenty of metal to continue. We're gonna make an extra solar here, because yeah, that's basically our bottleneck right now is energy, so just one extra solar to help us build this. And yeah, off we go. After these 3 Mohomexes, we're gonna build a fusion reactor, and with that fusion reactor we can make 2 Moho metal makers, or energy converters if you prefer. We can reclaim these here, as they actually consume energy. For a lot of people who don't know, mexes, and especially Mohomexes, consume energy -20 and -3 for that one. And there we go. So you might want to reclaim your Tech 1 metal extractors, so that there we go. I also advise people using the keyboard shortkeys. That way you just get around a lot quicker, and if you need something real quick, it just it minimizes your micro, really. It's really good. So when you have a construction unit, basically that's Z for a metal building, X for an energy building, C for a defense building, and if you keep pressing, you toggle until you have the one you need, and V for either nanos or labs. Really, really useful. Right, so we've built another advanced solar and another nano, because we have so much metal. This way we can build a lot faster. As soon as we're near to not having enough metal anymore, very easy, we get another building, and that we just don't need anymore. We don't need the storage. Look, we're empty metal, so the storage really doesn't do anything for us. Furthermore, actually, these Moho mines serve as storage as well. So, yeah, that's simple. Alright, there we go. We have our fusion almost done, and with what we have going on here, we can support 2 Moho mixes. For example, here we don't have quite enough to finish it yet. It takes too long, that's fine. We just reclaim one of our advanced solars. We're full on energy anyway now, and there we go. That's how that works. And from here on out, at this point, since you have a good thing going on, you have a really good income based off of only 3 mexes, this is the moment where you have to look around. You have to see what your teammates are doing. Do they need help? If yes, immediately get one Tech 2 lab up and start pumping out units, go help your teammates, because they've been playing with a player down and 3 mexes down as well for the last 10 minutes. So very important at this stage to see what your team needs. Are they getting bombs? Make fighters. Are they being rushed? Make units. You know, look around. If your teammates are not getting pushed, if your teammates are actually themselves winning or something like that, that leaves you for more time, more options to look into what you want to do. For example, you could make aircraft, you could make bombers, bomb the enemy economy. You could continue teching. That means, you know, making more fusions, more metal makers. Since it's exponential here, that means that you can very quickly get into a really big economy if you're left alone. But you have to constantly be aware. You need a lot of map awareness at this point to know what your team needs. Yeah. Alright, that was it. Again, quite simple instructions. Just follow exactly this and you'll get Tech 2 really quickly. You start with up to 4 regular solars. Construction unit makes 4 advanced solars. You reclaim your solars, you reclaim your lab. You make 3 nanos, you self-destruct your GOM. You reclaim it while you go Tech 2, and with Tech 2 you make 1 metal storage, you reclaim your Tech 2 lab, and then you can start making the mexes and the fusion. Alright, let me know if you would like any instructions or guides or tips on anything in particular. I have a few coming up, a few guides I'm making here, so we'll see how that goes. Thanks for watching, and cheers, see you around.